everyone, Age of June here, and we're back with another League of Legends Shoutcast. This particular game is actually a fairly high elo one, as you can tell by the fact that it's got Crs SantaVicious and CrsOnebadbrad. Crs SantaVicious, of course, being Saint Vicious's alt. But this right here, this would be the reason that I decided to cast this game. I've actually already cast a game today, but it didn't have Lucian in it. And as Lucian is the champion that just came out, I really wanted to see a game with him actually in it. So here we are. We've got a Lucian game, and I'm really hoping that it'll be fun and entertaining. I have been wanting to see him for a while. I've seen little bits of him on streams, but it's never actually the person playing that's actually playing the Lucian. So I see, you know, little bits of, hey, there's a Lucian walking across the field with his ult going, and then that's the end of it that I see. So it'll be kind of cool actually seeing him in a game and seeing how he actually plays. We did see Shyvana actually go ahead and steal red buff up there with Eve, who immediately went to her blue, but it really doesn't matter for the red team because they went over and stole the blue team's red buff as well. So it ended up just being an even trade. Not too much. Almost a death there. It was pretty close. The Shyvana actually had to go ahead and ghost on out of there. So that was interesting. Both members blew both of their summoners, and Eve is coming in, but Tryndamere kind of read that and just took off. So, alright, let's go ahead and take a look at the players in this particular game. On the top lane, we've got Shyvana, played by WelcomeToHeaven, which is actually a very interesting pick. I don't think I've ever seen Shyvana top, and I rarely see Shyvana at all anymore. So that's kind of surprising to see it all. We've got Tryndamere, played by Atrodex, as her enemy. The mid lane, we've got Orianna, played by CrsOnebadbrad, who is one of the substitute players for Crs, obviously, by the CRS in his name. ThatDerpMoment is playing Nidalee, probably going to go AP Nidalee because that's mid lane AP Nidalee. Ooh, looks like we have a gank. We will come back to the players in but a moment. In Eve goes, but Trynd just spins out, and he really doesn't care at all. It did force him back, though, so he has to be very cautious. He didn't actually miss out on anything, though, I don't think, because the wave was actually big enough for the blue minions that they didn't take out. None of them died. Whew, that was hard to say for some reason. Alright, let's carry on. Looks like Udyr's coming down for a gank, by the way. We've got the marksman, who is currently going in on Ezreal and being attacked by Ezreal, as suddenly had a moment of Lucian. There we go. That's his name. Lucian. Had a moment of, I don't remember what his name is. So Lucian is played by the marksman. Engagement here. I don't know if they're going to turret dive. They are going to turret dive, which is not good for them. First blood is for Lucian, and he's going to get a double kill. Wow. That was a terrible decision to tower dive that. And it definitely did not turn out well for them. These guys are both going to go back, but unfortunately Ezreal has to go back too, so he's not going to get anything out of this. And Lucian just got a double kill. So that was a terrible decision to dive. Level 3 dive, not so good. Alright, so Lucian's enemy is Ezreal, played by KEITHMCBRIEF. The supports are Blitzcrank, played by Vultix, versus Lulu, played by PurpleRoo. For some reason that name really kind of fits Lulu, you know? PurpleRoo, it totally fits. Nice little counter jungle there. Not leaving any minions there, so it's going to respawn. Maybe before Udyr gets here, but I'm not sure. Finally, we've got the junglers. Evelynn, played by, as I said, Crs SantaVicious, versus Udyr, played by GokaiN. Wow. Interesting. Alright. So, I've already seen a little bit of Lucian action now, because got to see that double kill there, which was very nice on his part. I know I saw his little ability that makes the star there, and that did a lot of it. And it helped him to kite away. Blitzcrank also helped a lot by popping people up. And then Lucian was just able to go ahead and take down the Lulu with no problem. There's a gank up here. Shyvana's trying her best to get out. She does have that little speed boost. I think she's going to get out of this with no problem. In goes Tryndamere on her, though. And now she's going to have to watch out. He's taking a lot of minion shots. In she goes with her ulti. He is still not 6. And I'm not really sure going in on him was the best of ideas. She knows that Udyr was there, but she actually did get out of that. Udyr got really close to dying. He's not quite dead yet, so and I don't think he's going to be dead yet either. She is going to live through that. She is going to have to fall back, though, because she will not be able to live versus a Tryndamere that's that high on health. And he's just getting bigger, too. He's also 6, so even if she did end up taking him down, she would not be taking him down because, you know, he's Tryndamere and he's 6. Ooh, nice spear chuck. Got him. Looks like bot lane was forced to go back yet again. I want to kind of see how that is. They didn't die, did they? No. Yeah, let's scroll back a little. What exactly happened to them? Because... Huh? I don't get it. He's going back even though he's at full health. Well, that was significantly less exciting than I thought. Okay, so he's at full health and going back anyway. Wait, did they kill Lulu? Again? Why is Lulu way back there? Ah, they did kill Lulu, and I did not even notice. Okay, so let's take a look at that. Wow. Sorry about that, guys. I'm glad that I did end up finding it. I'm glad I was curious about the whole Ezreal thing. So these guys are 4, which is already not a good sign for the red team. And we can see Blitzcrank slowly maneuvering into position. There we go. Pops the Lulu up. She's trying her best to get out. Lucian's going in on her. There's the pull from Blitzcrank. The Q comes out from Lucian, and down she goes. Flash from Ezreal. Not really flash, that was his E, but that's fine. He is going to make it to the tower, and we did end up seeing him go back, which means he's missing out on a ton of XP again, and that CS. So he is really getting shut down hard this game, and I didn't even notice that Lulu because I was so absorbed in the Udyr, Tryndamere, and Shyvana saga. I like that Shyvana skin, by the way. It's a very nice skin. Dark Shyvana. By the way, to those who are interested in such things, I actually am going to be a partner very soon with TGN, the gaming network. They sent me an invite fairly recently, and I decided to go for it. They seem like a really decent company. I don't know about good. I haven't actually seen them. From everything I've seen online, though, they actually are good. And a big factor of my decision was actually the fact that Dignitas is also a partner of this company. So the fact that Dignitas is a partner kind of tips me off to the fact that they are at least a decent company, if not good, because of the fact that Dignitas could probably go with whoever the heck they wanted if they wanted somebody different. So I'm really hoping it will probably end up driving a lot more views to my channel, and hopefully for you guys there will be more interaction between everybody, so you guys will be able to talk a lot more. The Udyr came down for a gank, and he just got a little bit of damage done to him, and his team came down, but it was a little too late for them to come down, and unfortunately for them, he ditched. So Lulu's trying her best to get out. There is that Lucian ult. He just did a lot of damage to her, did not take her down. He's getting really low, though. He did bury her, and he may end up taking down Ezreal. No, he does not take down the Ezreal. The Udyr is able to take him down beforehand. So very nice. I thought for sure he was going to take down that Lulu. She flashed out of that, and she just barely survived. It's very nice on her part. And after she flashed, Udyr was right there tanking the ult for her, so she did not take any more damage after that. Very nice indeed. So yeah, the TGN thing, it should not affect you guys at all, from what I understand. Everything's still going to be uploaded to my channel, and really, it's just going to be the same thing for you. You'll see different ads, apparently, as the ads actually come from TGN instead of YouTube. But overall, it's not really going to be any difference whatsoever. It was a gank that turned into a kill, and actually, he just had to flash for that. She's still going to die, but he had to flash for it. Not bad, though. It still ended up being a 1-for-1. Or, yeah, 1-for-1, but they got an assist as well. So, I don't know. Usually, you don't want to be having somebody die when you are ganking, however. And the fact that the jungler got the kill for the blue team, but the mid laner got the kill for the red team is not really a good sign, as that does put that mid laner farther behind. Shyvana, for some reason, is counter jungling here, and Tryndamere says, no, that's not okay. So, he's going to force this golem over here. It's going to be a little battle, and she got it from the looks of it. Nice! Was not sure who was going to come up, but in comes the Udyr, going in on her, going to go ahead and stun her. I think she'll still get out of this. She does have ulti. She is going to ult over this wall and just take off down here. That's kind of pretty. That's very pretty. Anyway, she's going back to lane. She did manage to get out of that. She successfully counter-jungled and didn't die for it, so very nice indeed. Mid lane, just warding up, you know, just getting everything ready. And yes, indeed, it is AP Nidalee, which, you know, if you've watched my channel for a long time, you've seen that I'm really not that thrilled with AP Nidalee. I've never really liked her, you know? For some reason, anytime I play with an AP Nidalee, we end up losing. In large part, I think it's because of the fact that once you get to late game, and you're team fighting and everything, usually people are going to be smart enough to dodge her spears, so she ends up being somewhat useless. People hide behind minions, etc., as that is her biggest damage dealer. I really love seeing Bruiser Ned, which is one reason I enjoy watching RF Legendary, as when he plays, ooh, very nice, down goes the, oh, that ulti. Okay, he had to flash in. That is one thing about the Lucian ulti, is that it flies in a straight line always. Once you start firing it, it's going in that direction, and there's nothing you can do about it. Very nicely played by these guys. So, the fact that he was firing it this way, and she had gone this way, meant that he had to get on this side of her. So he flashed over, which means he did have to take a couple tower shots, and that was a very large part of why he ended up dying, and they ended up giving 2 kills to the red team for that 1 kill of a support. But Tryndamere died. Where did Tryndamere die? When did Tryndamere die? Let's see that. Ah, we did see that setting up. But I saw that action going on down there, so I went down to look at that. And in the meantime, it looks like they actually managed to take down the Tryndamere, which is kind of interesting, considering his ulti is up. So there we go. Eve is coming in, and he just saw her. There she slows him down. They're both going in on him. He is melting. He is going to have the ulti here. And the Eve is high enough up that she's able to tank this tower with no problem. Shyvana takes him down, and she is going to get out of this. Pretty close, but she did get out. And that means that these guys are going to be able to do some damage to the tower, and he is missing out on a lot of stuff here. So that ended up overall being a 2 for 2, but on the bot lane, it was a 2 for 1. And Ezreal definitely came out of that one ahead, and now he gets to farm up. And he is happy. He gets to try to catch up here. He is still 20 behind. Actually, he did not get any kill out of that. I thought he got a kill, but he did not. But he still gets to farm up, try to catch up to the Lucian, who is quite deadly. He is 4-2-0 with 84 CS. And hopefully with the Ezreal, he'll be able to catch up and at least try to stand his ground against this Lucian. This is kind of funny seeing Riot, Blitzcrank, and Lucian. It's kind of cool. This is a new skin, and I hadn't actually seen it. It's very interesting. There we go. Yeah, it's not bad at all. Anyway, let's leave this guy alone. Goodbye, Riot. Blitzcrank. There's also another one that came out, the Arcade Hecarim. I think that one's kind of funny. I like it. It's amusing to see. Ooh, looks like Tryndamere is wanting to go into Shyvana. She took a couple tower shots, but it didn't end up doing much. Yeah, the Arcade Hecarim is pretty interesting to see. It isn't really like Arcade Sona, but, you know, honestly, it's pretty awesome. And there's the Riot Blitzcrank one, which I'm not sure I really like, but I kind of do. I mean, the whole idea of it's pretty cool. It's just, you know, Riot Police. But, I don't know. And I guess whenever he ults or whatever, I don't even know what causes that. No, it's not his ult. Oh, it's probably his overdrive. Kind of like the car Blitzcrank goes, Greet! So I guess that would be his overdrive there. There we go. Blitzcrank just missed his hook there. Now we see the Udyr come in, and Lucian's like, oh crap, missed his star there. There went to the Tryndamere again. The flash comes out from Lulu. She slows him down into the tower. He's gonna die. And Ezreal actually gets the kill. So both Blitzcrank and Lucian died there. Now we can see what happened to the Tryndamere. Yet again, he got turned to him, and it's pretty much the exact same thing as before. SantaVicious decided to tank the tower, and yeah, they took down the Tryndamere. So Tryndamere's not having a good time, And bot lane, for really either team's not having a good time. I mean, yet again, oh, Ezreal actually did finally get a kill out of it. But still, it is his first kill, and he actually hasn't died at all, though. So he's not doing too bad. But really, Lucian's doing pretty well. He's died a lot recently ever since the Udyr started ganking. But he's still doing pretty well. He's still 4-3-0, and he's still 18 CS up. But he's very quickly losing that lead, especially since the red team just got Dragon. Blue team is still ahead, as they did get this tower as well. But they're slowly losing their lead if this bot lane does not manage to defend against those Udyr ganks. Those things are getting really nasty. In comes Udyr for another gank, this time on Orianna. He is doing really well with the ganks. There she is. She goes ahead, shields herself up, flashes out. There is her ulti, and I think she's going to manage to take down the Nidalee. So that was not good at all for the red team this time, as they came in for a gank, and all it really did was give Orianna a kill. Wow. Very well played by her. I like the fact that she just completely yoinked the, I think it was the Nidalee back as she was trying to go in, using that ulti, and then that was just enough to get her to get that kill. So very nice indeed. Now Eve is going to go ahead and steal the blue buff up here, possibly give it to Orianna, but it looks like no, because Orianna is not coming. So the blue buff is indeed going to go to Eve, and she already had their blue buff. So it looks like Orianna will not be getting a blue buff at all. There was a back ping from somebody saying, watch out, although I'm not sure why, considering they can't know she's there. Oh, now they know. And Eve is now going to try to get out of this. He just got attacked by the Udyr. Oh, the pull from Blitzcrank. Down goes the Ezreal, I think. No, he flashes over the wall. And the Lucian instead ends up ulting the Udyr, which doesn't really do a ton of damage. Tons of damage. No. The Blitzcrank is going to go down as well. And now the Lucian is trying to get out of this. He is going to escape. Very nicely played by them. I liked the flashback over the wall. It was his E, so it wasn't a real flash. And he ended up getting out of that quite nicely there. He got pretty close, but he did not end up dying. Now they're going in on the Nidalee here. Nidalee is going to die. She does indeed go down to that Orianna, but the red team is taking this time to go ahead and take down this tower. And in the meantime, we've got Tryndamere up here going down on another tower. So he's going to try to take that one. I don't think he's going to be able to do it before the minions go down, although I could be wrong. If he does decide to stick it out, no, he's not. So if he had, he would have been at a severe disadvantage versus Shyvana here, who is back in lane now. Ooh, these guys are waiting. This guy's about to have a really bad time. Missed ulti there from Ez, but Udyr comes out. There's the jump away from Lucian. He's trying his best to get out. I don't think he's going to make it. There's the stun from Udyr, and he's just melting. In comes the Blitzcrank, pulls the Ezreal, and I think Ezreal may end up dying. He does not yet, and no, he's not going to die. The Blitzcrank was not quite able to finish him off. He's going to try to get back to tower. I think he's going to make it. He's going to go back in this bush, and Ev is actually on her way over. If she comes into this bush, he's dead. But no, she's going to go ahead and go for Udyr instead. Going in on him, but he is too fat. Oh, the Blitzcrank pull. So he's not going to get out of this, would be my guess. He does flash out, but she flashes to take him down, and there was shutdown gold for her. So that one ended up being a 1-for-1. But honestly, that was a really good play by them. Had he not stuck around so much playing with Blitzcrank, he actually probably would have survived. But sitting in that bush, waiting for Lucian to pass, and then immediately going in on him, that was great. Probably would have been better had Ez hit his ult, but it was okay. He probably expected Lucian to stop, which I kind of did too. But he just kind of kept running by and then auto-attacked the minions, which obviously was not quite what Ezreal was expecting. So Lucian's coming back into mid lane now. These 2 towers are down. This mid tower went down a while ago. So that is 2 towers down for the blue team, whereas the red team only has 1 tower down. In their favor, is what I mean there. But looks like the Ezreal and Lulu are just continuing to push down bottom, and they are going to go ahead and fall back now. Even though Ezreal just went back, how much gold does he have here? He's got 847, which really isn't enough to buy much, but apparently it was enough to buy his tier, which I don't think he had before. So he's going to be able to start charging that up now. Yeah, he did not have that before, otherwise it would be way more than 4 mana. So he's going to go ahead and start charging that up so he can work on Muramana. He already had the Bloodthirster. Interesting to see how things change around and everything. I mean, for a while, you'd see Ezreal always go... Very nice pull there, by the way. And down goes the Nidalee again. Wow. Very good pull. A lot of times you'd see Ezreal go ahead and go for tier first, so he could charge that up and then get Muramana, and then he'd worry about his damage items. But anymore, you usually see Ez go for the damage items and then start working on his Muramana. Ooh, I don't think she's going to get out of this. The stun comes out. Down she goes. The Udyr gets the kill. He's now coming up on these guys. Blitzcrank and Shyvana are both here, and now they're both going to actually try to keep him here as Eb is coming as well. Eve. Whatever. There comes her ulti. Tryndamere's going to have to ult. He does go ahead and ult. The Tryndamere, I think, is going to get out of this. The Blitzcrank misses his pull, but is he going to take him down? Is he going to take him down? Yes! The Udyr does go down. In comes the Lucian. His ult really hit nobody. So that ended up being a 4 for 1, which is not good. And if Lucian goes down as well, it's going to be a 5 for 1. And it looks like he is. Out comes the Nidalee as well, and he goes down. So that is an ace, and the only thing they killed was Udyr, and that kill went to the support. So that was not a good engagement for the blue team at all, and now the red team's actually ahead in kills. They are currently almost tied on gold, and things are not looking good for the blue team. They've got to stop this. They got a little bit cocky there, and they're really kind of starting to throw this game. If they don't stop making these bad decisions, they're going to end up throwing the game. Now it looks like Trynd is going in on blue buff. The question is, will Orianna go ahead and contest that? It does not look like it. She obviously doesn't know, because there are no wards. But I was curious to see whether she would predict him going there. But it looks like the answer to that is no. The red team is going to go ahead and go in on Dragon. Blitzcrank warded it, so he knows. Don't think he's going to be able to steal it. He's probably going to try to grab steal it. I don't think it's going to happen. No, it does not happen. That smite comes out, and the Blitzcrank does not get to steal it. It's a really hard thing to do. That thing does not do that much damage. 300 damage. Yeah. Not easy to steal with that, especially when the enemy has smite. That dirt moment. So there we go. Both blues are on the field now. The first one went to Tryndamere, amusingly. Second one went to Nidalee. He's going to go ahead and go back. And now we've got these guys pushing the lane. Looks like Eve is coming as well. Ezreal ulti incoming. It's going to take down a lot of these minions. Or it's going to take down exactly one of these minions because it was poorly aimed. So that is going to give the blue team free reign to get their third tower of the game. And they look like they're thinking about continuing to push. Blitzcrank is going around to ward. In goes the Eve. Down goes the Lulu. Maybe? No. Yet again, she is going to escape this just barely. That ult is just so strong. It has saved her like 4 times this game. It's kind of amazing. The Nidalee came in as well, so down went the Lucian. And yet again, this was a bad engagement for the blue team. They got nothing, and 3 of them died. So things are not going well for them at all. Their only tower left standing is this mid tower, which admittedly is a very strong tower. That is the tower you really want to defend. There we go. Shyvana's now going in on the Tryndamere. He's going to have to ult, but I don't think he's going to be able to get out of this. She is hanging around him. He jumps over that wall. Does she have flash? She does not need flash. She is going to catch him. Isn't she? Isn't she? No, she's not going to catch him. I was wrong. And she doesn't even have flash at all. She's got ghost. So no, she was not going to be catching him. Very nicely played by Tryndamere, jumping over that wall, or spinning over that wall. Spinning through the wall. Whatever. Anyway. And into safety. Not bad at all. Good dodge there. Uh-oh, Ezreal's dead. He's going to try to get out of this. He does flash over the wall, but Evelynn flashes with him, and he goes down. Tried to use his ulti to at least do some damage, but he was not able to do it. And that kill goes to Lucian, who's now 5-6-0 versus 5-1-10. So Lucian is now way behind. The CS-wise, he's still ahead, but if we look at the gold totals, he is actually 400 gold behind. So all these kills and assists for Ezreal are really adding up, and he has gotten to be in the lead. Blue team's actually taking this time to go in on Baron, which is a very interesting decision. 22 minutes of the game, you don't normally see that. Nice pull there from Blitzcrank. Unfortunately, oh, there was somebody there to follow up on it. It was Orianna. There's the ulti from Lulu, again saving her life. I'm pretty sure this game she has used that every time on herself, and it has worked every time. Because they go ahead and they go in on her, and she ends up saving herself, and the rest of her team is able to destroy the enemy team. A little bit of tower damage there from Lucian. He's now trying to run away. Udyr's coming down, and unfortunately for him, he's not going the right way. Oh. Had Lucian not jumped over that wall, he would have been fine. But he actually jumped over the wall into the wrong position, and now Udyr is going to take him down. He tried to go ahead and ulti to take down that Nidalee, but she jumped out of the way just in time. So that was a terrible move by him. He didn't know that the Udyr was there, so honestly it's not like it was a decision made by him. But it just ended up going really poorly for him. And now the blue team is on the run. The Orianna is really close to being dead, and Udyr is just able to tank this tower forever. That was a strange accent. Anyway, now out comes the Eve. Ults, down goes the Nidalee, down goes, nope, Lulu flashes over the wall. She's not going to go down. The stun comes out from Udyr, but they are going to clean up all of these guys, except for Lulu, who yet again escapes. That is one slippery Yordle. 3 for 1, and that was a support. So this time, little team fight actually went in the blue team's favor. Interesting to see it go back and forth like this. And now the blue team says, hey, let's get Baron. Out comes the Shyvana ulti, and now they know that Tryndamere is there. So he's probably going to try to come in and steal this, but the jungler for the blue team is here. Lucian's coming up, and they may end up going in on Tryndamere. Tryndamere's trying to take down the Orianna. He does have his ulti, so even if he does end up being attacked, he will be able to survive it. He's used his ulti now. He's trying to go in on the Lucian, who jumps over that wall, does end up surviving, and it looks like this is not going to be a go for the blue team, and Lucian goes down to that awesome Ezreal ult. That is the type of Ezreal you want to see. Pull on the Lulu. Is she going to escape this again? She does have her ulti, and she's not even going to have to use it this time, as the rest of the team did not follow up. She's still just kind of hanging around here. There's the pop-up there from Blitzcrank. She's just sticking around, waiting for her team to get here. There's the pull. It misses this time, though, and she is actually being very aggressive towards them, which I don't blame them because her team's nearby. Now the red team is going in on Baron. There was a caution ping from somebody. I'm not sure who. It was on the red team, but I don't know who it was. And now they're going in on this, and I think they'll be able to take this. It's definitely looking like it. Yep. Yeah, they're going to be able to take this. The blue team does not know, of course. So they've not really reacted at all. Orianna's down pushing bot, and now the blue team knows, and they say, oh crap. There's another pull. It misses again, unfortunately. He's actually been really good at landing his pulls through most of the game, but the last couple he just missed. Just, you know, it's pretty understandable. People dodge skill shots. Or at least they try. They don't always manage to do it. But when they do, it's really annoying, and you get blamed for it. Alright. So, yet again, she is going to live. She is having a great late game. Ever since, right around level, I don't know, 6, she's not died. Ever since she got her ult, because she has ulted herself, and then she never dies. And it's kind of funny, because she was doing pretty poorly at the beginning. But ever since then, she has just completely turned this around. Another ulti comes in, whack. And hits absolutely no minions whatsoever. I think it hit some minions up here. But it did not hit any of these minions, as it was just slightly off-center. Eve pushed this lane. She's going to go ahead and head back now. Probably a good idea. And looks like Udyr, Lulu are thinking about going in on Dragon. Blitzcrank thought about coming down for a ward, but it looks like he decided against it, while the rest of the blue team is actually pushing mid. Looks like they're thinking about going in on this tower. No, they decided against it, and they're going to head down to Dragon. Nope. I'm wrong. They're just farming the jungle. Alright, so this is going to be a free Dragon for the red team. Not bad at all, and now they are 3k ahead. Actually 3.5, but who cares about the 0.5, right? They are now 3k ahead in gold. Ouch, another missed pull. Tried his best there. Ooh, that hurt. That Nidalee spear does hurt when it lands. The only problem is, a lot of times it doesn't land, and then you're useless. Not completely, obviously, but yeah. So, Shyvana's being attacked here by pretty much everybody on the red team. She just got engaged on. She's going to go ahead and ult out of that. Try to get out. The Ezreal ulti comes in. She is running out. There's her ghost. And she is going to escape this with very little life, but she is going to escape nonetheless. She stopped to laugh. That's kind of hilarious. So the red team is pushing like mad here. Going to go ahead and take down this tower. The blue team's going to go ahead and go back. Udyr, if he's evil, he can go ahead and stop them. He is going to stop the Lucian and the Blitzcrank. which means it's only going to be Eve, Orianna, and soon, there we go, the Shyvana. So there we go, down goes the Tryndamere. Tryndamere was able to take down Orianna beforehand though, so these guys are on the run now. Nidalee and Udyr are on their way over. There's the flash from Evelynn, gonna go ahead and do a lot of damage to her, but they're not able to take out anybody quite yet. And the red team is re-engaging here. Shyvana's got to run because she's pretty low, and it looks like Lucian's going to die yet again. And this has turned from a great game for him into a really terrible game. Started out great, but it's kind of turning against him. He is now 5-9-0. He's got good CS, but that kill count is getting terrible. He's just getting caught out of position in very small ways, but every time he dies. I guess that's one thing about Lucian. He doesn't really have that really good escape like some AD carries. I mean, look at Ez. Ez has the ability to flash out whenever the heck he wants, and he can escape. You got somebody like Lucian, he's got a speed boost and a minor jump. Unfortunately, Udyr is the one tanking the tower, which means it's not really doing too much. So Lucian, if he gets engaged on, he's going to take a lot of damage, and he's not really going to be able to do too much. But somebody like Ezreal can go ahead and jump on out, and he'll be okay. Ooh, that was a whiffed ulti there. Nice pull there from Blitzcrank, though. I think Ezreal's finally going to go down. He does indeed to Orianna, but Evelynn has gone down to Tryndamere, and now Tryndamere was able to take down Blitzcrank as well. Down goes the Shyvana, and the only one left on the blue team is this Orianna. Just barely shielded herself from that Nidalee spear. And it's rapidly turning against the red-blue team. Red-blue team. Really? Blue team. I don't know that Orianna's going to be able to defend this alone. It looks like she's going to try her best, but it's got a lot of minions here and a lot of red people. Out comes the Lucian, though. He's going to go ahead and go in. Trying to kite them. There's his ulti, which actually doesn't seem to hit too hard. I don't know. I mean, I guess it does. Looks like Nidalee got really close to going down, and this is, I guess, going to be the end for the... maybe not, maybe not. There's a nice pull there. Tryndamere's forced to ult. Udyr's going in on this tower, and I think they're going to get this, but I'm honestly not sure. Tryndamere just died. They are running away. If they can stop these minions, they actually may end up being able to live for another day. They've only lost 2 tower. Actually, they're about to lose this inhibitor as well. But more importantly, they're about to lose their Nexus. It is at 499 health, but it is still alive, and that is all that matters. They have managed to defend this. They are managing to defend this inhibitor as well. It's really close, but it did not go down. Shyvana's chasing down that Lulu again, and I think finally Lulu's going to die. Am I right? Does Lulu die? Really? Really? Lulu is not going to... Wait. Oh! 19 health! There we go. She finally dies. And now the Shyvana is going in on the Udyr, who's just going to get out of this. So finally, after all this time, Lulu has gone down. The raid boss has fallen. What are you doing? What? Okay, so, yeah. He just kind of chose to die there. I guess because he figured he knew that he wasn't going to be able to die. He knew he had been baited way out of position, and there was no hope for him. Speed move. Yes, it is indeed that W that makes the lights go. And Blitzcrank knows he's going to die as well. So they're just going to stare lovingly into each other's eyes. And Blitzcrank's like, alright, I'm gone. Wait, he's actually going to let that happen? Okay, well, he is indeed going to let that happen. Blitzcrank just survived that. Looks like Tryndamere's kind of going to troll. Oh, no, he's not. Oh, sneaky. He's like, just kidding. I know where you're going back, and I'm going to kill you. And that was great. So, poor Blitzcrank. He's like, oh, I got out. That's great. No, not really. Lucian's able to do a lot of damage really fast. It's just that escape is just not good. He did manage to escape that. Looks like the Tryndamere is going to go down. Yes, he does. Shyvana's Ignite. Yeah, Shyvana's Ignite ended up taking down. Nice. Very nice there by SantaVicious. Still going to go down to the Lulu, but it kept the Ezreal there long enough that he ended up dying. And now, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? What is going on? Okay, and the blue inhibitor has respawned. Udyr's forced to run, and Shyvana's just kind of chilling so that Lulu can get another kill. There is a killing spree on Nidalee, though. She managed to take down that Lucian yet again, and things are not looking good for the blue team at all, indeed. The Orianna and Blitzcrank are the only ones left alive, and the Blitzcrank is trying his best to remedy that. And oh, very nice. Okay, so he almost died there, but that Orianna shield saved him, but I don't think it really matters because this is indeed GG. They are not going to be able to save it this time. Down go... okay, not down goes the Nexus. Down goes the Nexus. Udyr finally walked over and auto-attacked it once, and it went down. Woo! That was pretty close. Not really, but, you know. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the people and their CS and items and such. We've got Tryndamere with 266 CS versus 224 for Shyvana. He is 756 versus 346. The Tryndamere has Infinity Edge, Blade of the Rune King, Static Shiv, Spectre's Cowl, Berserker's Grease of the Homeguard Enchant, and a Ruby Crystal versus Blade of the Rune King, Randuin's Omen, Ninja Temp of the Homeguard Enchant, and a Chain Vest. Nidalee has 215 CS versus 319 for Orianna, 757 versus 556. Not too bad there. They're all both pretty close there. Nidalee's got Randuin's Omen, Seraph's Embrace, Void Staff, Sorcerer's Shoes, Blasting Wand, and a Doran's Blade versus Rabadon's Death Cap, Seraph's Embrace, Athena's Holy Grail, Sorcerer's Shoes, the Homeguard Enchant, Seeker's Arm Guard, and a Doran's Ring. The Ezreal has 199 CS versus Lucian with 245, so Lucian's definitely ahead there, but Ezreal's 6-4-18 versus 7-11-2. The assists there really make the difference. Ezreal's got Iceborne Gauntlet, Bloodthirster, Last Whisper, Manamune. He did not actually get it upgraded to that Muramana. Berserker's Grease and a Doran's Blade versus Bloodthirster, Phantom Dancer, Last Whisper, Berserker's Grease, the Homeguard Enchant. Okay. Boots of Mobility and Doran's Blade. Why? Lulu is at 32 CS versus 18 for the Blitzcrank. She's 3-4-20 versus 1-10-8. So he was actually there for a decent number of the fights. She has Mikhail's Crucible, Locket of the Iron Solari, Ruby Sidestone, Iron Boots of Lucidity, and a Blasting Wand versus Shirelli's Reverie, Ruby Sidestone, Boots of Mobility, the Homeguard Enchant, and a Glacial Shroud. Still kind of confused about that. Finally, we've got the junglers. Udyr has 150 CS versus 175 for the Evelynn. He is 12-4-14. I think he was a huge part of this game. Bot lane was going all in the blue team's favor until Udyr. Versus 6-5-8. She tried, but she was not nearly able to measure up to that Udyr. He's got Iceborne Gauntlet, Randuin's Omen, Spirit Visage, Spirit of the Ancient Golem, Boots of Swiftness, and a Vision Ward versus Zonya's Hourglass, Leandri's Torment, Spirit of the Elder Lizard, Sorcerer's Shoes with the Homeguard Enchant, and a Negatron Cloak. So that is the end of this game. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I shall see you guys next time. Have a good night. Bye.